Right. So online people check, is it audible to everyone now? Is it clear? Online check once. Is it audible? Yes. Okay. Okay, let's continue that. Right. Yep. So creating APIs is your backend technologies concept. If you are learning full stack development, you will learn in your technologies how to build APIs. So what? Yes, not yet ready. So here we will see how to get that information and use it. Online, so many free APIs are there. We will try them first. Later, when we create project, I will show you how to build our own API also, just overview. But that is your backend job, right? If you are learning Java, .NET or UI full stack, different concepts you will learn for building web services, RESTful APIs and all. So here React Angular have to teach you how to use them. How do we work with them? Let's see. Actually, so ready-made API services are there. One small example I will show you. Suppose we are having the website like, because majority of information, you see we have a website fake store. This is one fake store API. Actually, this API is a free API. It will provide us some data related to shopping, online shopping related app. If you are trying to create online shopping applications, they will provide some sample data for just practicing. You can see this is an RESTful API, and by using this, you can get the data, use the data. I will show you what data they provide, and we will learn how to present the data. I will show you what data they have, and we will see how to use the data. Then we can create interactions with the data. Majority of companies depends on these APIs. For example, do you know our Indian government have a website called API Setu? You heard about it? No. This is Indian government website, API Setu. Actually, this website is nothing but, for example, you see online, so many services are there. For example, online, some websites will tell you that you enter your mobile number, we will tell you your credit score. You enter your vehicle number, we will tell you your RC details and all. Now the question is, they are all government data. How these people have? How PhonePe and Paytm can you get your bank details? How they can check your credit score? Right? They are private people. That means actually they are buying data from government, and government provides them the data in the form of APIs like this. This is the official website. This website you can just watch, you can't use it. You have to buy. That means you have to buy, you have to pay money. So they will give you the API keys. And through that, different type of data we can get. You see, Me Seva, E Seva centers are there. What they do, they are actually private organization. That means they are private firms. They are connected to government. That means they are maintained by private people. How they will have your Aadhaar card details with them? So that means that website API data is connected to them. You can see here, they will give you lot of APIs. For example, I will show explore. You see here, so many APIs are there. Central government, state government. You select a category, all the APIs will be there. Public sectors, private sectors, all information. That means these APIs will provide data. You can build one app, you can connect this and you can use it. That means, for example, so for hall tickets, you can connect with your board. You can enter the hall ticket number and you can get your hall ticket. Am I right? The question is how that is possible? That is all under government. How a general website can ask us that enter your hall ticket number, I will give you. You visit some private website now. That means some general websites. How they are providing you the data is because with the help of all these of APIs. So this is Indian government. Here you need to create account, you need to authorize. Continuously you will be monitored if you are using API. You will be having lot of restrictions also. So legal restrictions will be there. So much is there for this one. We will try to use some free APIs and try to build one small interaction. Let's see. So that is one example. We will try to use this one. What is it? Fake store. So what we are going to do now here is how we connect with API, fetch the data. We will see one example of fake store. I will give example of fake store. So actually this fake store will provide some methods. Their official website is actual, just some points I will give. Fake store provides a REST service. So REST API service. So generally, what is API? I am not explaining that part here because that's you will learn in your technologies backend. So what is the REST service is? Generally, REST stands for representational state transfer, and API is application programming interface. Just key points I'm giving. Actually, what happens is REST communication. So consumer sends query request. Consumer sends query request. Provider sends JSON response. Provider sends JSON response. Consumer sends a query request and provider sends a JSON response. So that is REST communication. Actually, earlier we used to have like SOAP and other, but now in the current generation, majority we are using REST. In REST, we will send a simple query and the response will come in the form of JSON. So let's see here. What are the requests they are having? So API routes are there. These are for fake store. What are API routes they are having? Get. So this is slash products. Actually, this is going to return an array of objects. We have another get products slash categories. So it is going to return array of string. So we have get slash products slash category slash category name. This also will return array of object. This is actually all products. This is all categories. This is products of specific category. So it is going to return products of specific category. We have another get slash products and we have an ID. This will return an object. it will return specific ID product. It will return specific product by ID. This is just some sample data I am showing you just to understand how to use these data and create a presentation. Right? In that, we will do a lot of interactions also later. So the products, categories and all, and a simple syntax how to request them is for every API route, you have to write like this: HTTP colon https colon double slash fake store api.com slash products. Like this, you need to do. That means for every request, before every request, you have to add this URL https fake store api.com. For every request, you add this. Let's first check how this data is coming. Then we will learn how to create a presentation for this. Let's see. We will make a request for this https colon double slash fake store API slash products. You can see it returns data like this. You can select pretty print. It will show the data in this way. This is some sample data. Every developer gets the data in this form. What is our responsibilities? Suppose you are building a weather app, then the weather data comes like this. You are building a shopping app, data comes like this. For every app, the data will come in this format. So now what is our responsibility is present this in the user interface. And you see here, this is just products. I showed you other products slash categories. It will create an arena. It is a simple array of what type? String. Now you see there is products of one. It will return specific product related object. It is going to return only one object. And see, every product have some data. Na? You need to first understand what data is coming. Then we can create a presentation for this. So let's do one thing now here. So we know what data is coming. So this is the data. Every product have ID, which is a number type. It is having title string. We are having image string, price number, description, that is a string, category, that is also string. It is having a rating. It is an object with rate, number and count number. This is their data actually. Before working with data, you should know what data it is having. What that API people are returning, we need to understand that. Right. This is one sample API. I will show you different apps. We will create one weather app. So we will create one shopping app. We will create simple applications with real-time data coming from these APIs. Okay, once you know the data, let's try to build a UI for this. So actually they are providing data about some products. Na? They have some data related to products, categories and all. Now we need to build one good user interface. Let's create one UI for the products data. For that, first we need a plan for designing a screen. So we will take help of the Google Stitch. So I told you about this, huh? Right. We will take help of this Google Stitch. This is Stitch with Google. Already I explained this. Now in this, what we will do, we will create one plan and we will try to design according to the plan. That means what this Google Stitch can do, it will give an idea of a screen. So for example, we want to build one shopping app. In the shopping app, at the top, I need a nav bar. In the nav bar, I want a brand name, search bar, and shortcut buttons. And below the nav bar, I want products, featured products. Left side, I want filtering like search by rating, search by brand, such filtering options we need. So then let's see, we will create one design. So for the design here, we will give the prompts. That means we will first plan the UI. So we will plan UI, user interface with Google Stitch. So you have to plan the UI with Google Stitch and we will build according to this plan. Am I right? In Google Stitch, what are the messages? I will just give a simple point. Here, what are the prompts is create a shopping home screen. We have to create a shopping home screen. So nav bar at the top in header with brand name, search bar and shortcut icons. Next, what we want is, so we want featured products in section. So what we want, featured products in cards. 4 into 4 I will give. Another point. So we need filter by category, rating and a price range in left panel of section. This I will give. These are simple prompts. Huh? So these are the prompts. I will copy these prompts. I will put them in this Google Stitch. I will give you, it will be generating now. Here we have to go to which location? Web. And I will create like this and search. And you can see when I do this, it is generating that. Meanwhile, these are the options. Later, we can add more into this design. We can add more, like we need a carousel at the top, carousel with sliding banners. We can design, right? So first, initially, these are the points we need. And remember, we need to design and make it work also now. We need to design and make it work. And for that, whatever data is required, we will take data from our APIs. and we have the fake store API, we will use that for fake store API. So let's go in the Google Stitch and we will plan this. And you can see it is generating that. So once the UI design comes, according to the UI design, you have to create the design. Remember, this Stitch will provide you the design to download also in HTML form. But we are not using in HTML, we have to design in our React. In React user interface, we are going to build that. Okay. So this is for a plan and idea. You can use lot of tools, but Google Stitch is good when compared to ChatGPT and Gemini. Why? Because ChatGPT, Gemini, they are good in giving you the prompts. And Google Stitch is officially designed for creating UX, user experience. And it is official from Google, so it is best. ChatGPT, what it will do is it will give you prompts. That means you ask ChatGPT that I want prompts for building a shopping page. It will give you prompts. What you do, copy those prompts and come to Stitch and paste them here. Then it will generate the UI. Because Gemini will generate only the image. It will generate only the image. It will generate the layout suggestions and all. But Stitch will build the interface with experience. You can even particularly ask that I want bootstrap styles to use or I want SAS styles to use. It will use them. Less SAS like options. So once we get this, currently, first what we will do, we will design this with the help of our Bootstrap and React. Previously, have you tried this? No, when you practice HTML, CSS and all, how you practice? To practice your HTML, CSS, you can ask Google Stitch to give some designs like a portfolio design. It will give you a design and with your HTML, CSS knowledge, you have to build it. How you will say yourself you are perfect in HTML, CSS? By telling that I know IMG tag, paragraph tag? No, you need to practically build an UI. Otherwise, useless. No use, right? HTML and CSS are no use if you can't build a UI, right? Because you can't crack anything in anywhere. In real time projects or any interviews, they first test design. They will give design. Even for experienced people also in the companies recently, what they are doing, they are giving some screen designs. They are asking that design this, data will be in this API. That means experienced people also have to create that. Now you can see it gets us the design. Right now we have to plan according to this design. We need to build according to this design. Okay. Let's see how we can plan according to design. So actually you can download this. You can download this. We can view the code. We can download. Actually, when you download, it will download the complete HTML also. I will allow to download. It will give you HTML code, but we don't need the HTML code. This is there. And I will open the zip folder and you can see in this screen PNG is there. That is enough for us. The screen PNG is there. That is enough. I will keep this in my desktop or somewhere. Okay. so that we will start building this screen and see how to do it. And remember, designing is not just important, we will make it work also. We have to make it work. That is where your logic will come. That means that search bar should search and display. Left side filter should work properly. Am I right? We need to handle this. Let's see how to create this design, get the data and use the data here. Let's do that. So first point, first level, we learned up to one-way binding only now. One-way binding means we can just bring the data and show, but we cannot create interactions. To create interactions, we have to now learn one more concept, two-way binding. Let's see. First, let's plan this design. You see in the design at the top, there is a shop. Okay. Let's go to our project now. So this is our application. And here I will create a new component. I will just give the component name as component folder. Yeah, this is component folder. I will give as fake store. Fake store is the name. Let's add a file fake store dot what JSX. Let's create export function. What is it? Fake store. And will return a simple container I will give here. Okay. Now let's keep this in the startup. So we will go to main and we will keep that in the startup here. We have to put which one? Fake store. Let's start the project fake store. It is empty. Let's run this and you can see it is currently empty. It is empty now. Let's create the design. So I will go here in the fake store JSX file. At the top, we will put a header. In the header, there are three divisions, div 1 and div 2 and div 3. In the left division, it is having a span and this span have a brand name. I will give the name as shopping. Okay. They have some other name. We will use some shopping. Okay. And here I will put another span. So another span class BI bag. Okay. In the center, it is having another division with input type as text. It is a search bar. Huh? So it have a placeholder initially like search shopping. Okay. Some website. And we will have a button. So this will be class BTN, some warning BI search. Okay. Next, right side, we need to keep some buttons. I will keep class BTN, BTN and BI some cart or say person. That is for sign up. Huh? And here sign in like options we will keep. Here we have a BI some cart. So and we have another button. This is BI heart. Okay. This I will put as heart. And this I will give as card. Okay. And you can see the header is there. And we will make it, this will put as a input group. And here the header will have class display flex. Justify content between padding is 2 and BG light. And you can see there is the header ready. And we will put this text box with a class called form control. And you can see the search bar is also there. And this brand name, I will put a class name as font size 4 and font weight bold. And here I will keep align items center. align item center, and you can see here just mx is 2, and here also some mx is 2. That means some horizontal spacing will come, and this also we will have a font size 4, font weight bold, and it will be in this way. So text warning, warning. Okay, that is the header part we are having. So text dark is okay. Same dark is fine. Now this is the header part we are having. Right now below the header you need a section. Right. So what you do? Let's go to the section area. In this section, we need to design the section in two parts. Left side a panel will come, right side products will come. So we will put here a nav and we will put a main. Two areas we are keeping. This section will have a class row. This will have a class as call. This is column 2 and this is having column 10. I will give 9 and 3 because you have to distribute among 12. Okay, that means this row will have a margin top. Okay. Left side, here we are keeping some div. This will have a label. So category. And this is having class form label. And below this, we will put a drop down. So here the drop down will have a class form select. And actually, this is at the margin top 3 class. Class name we will give margin top 3. I think 2 and 10 looks okay. You see left side you will get this one. And this label will have a class called font weight as bold. And you can see that is category wise, right? And actually this now, if we want, we can keep this. So inside a div, and what is the point here is this div can have a BG class as BG. Suppose we say light, and we will put a background light and padding 2. Some gap will come up. Just like a rough small panel we are giving. You can put any background colors also for that, but I don't want them to dominate. Okay, now below this, we are having another one. I will copy this. Yeah, this is the division we have. Fine. Okay, below this, I need another div. Here, what else they given in the design? These are filters, huh? Right. So that means they have given a text here. So they given a div. In that we have a span. This is what? Filters. And we have another span what? Clear. Clear all. Huh? So this is class deflex, justify content between. And you can see it is having filters and clear. Huh? Actually, this must be inside this only. Yeah? Inside that, I will keep there. And here we will have a margin y as 3. Some gap will come. Okay. The padding 3 looks okay for all of them. Huh? This is having class text primary. This also class text primary, but later we will make them as clickable links. Huh? We will make them as clickable links later. Okay. These are filters. We are having clear all and the category. Now next in the filters, what they have? Checkboxes. Huh? Actually, categories they given as checkboxes. Our wish, you can put them as drop down or checkbox. Okay, later we will put different design also. After this div, we are having a input type is range. Here we will put a header or say simple div or label only I will give. Label is price range. Okay, input type is range and the class as form range. And usually minimum maximum will be there. Later we will apply for that. This is class we are having margin top 4. So little down will come. It will be like this. Huh? We have a price range and here also it will have a form label. Font weight is what? Bold. What I am currently showing you is all bootstrap. These are all bootstrap classes we apply by using bootstrap. Okay. Now one more option is that div. I will keep an unordered list item. So class as a list unstyled. And here we are adding, suppose we have 4 and span class bi star fill text warning. Okay. Like this, I will keep 4 stars. Huh? So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just using that list item and I will put here. So this is 3 star and 2 star like this, just roughly. And usually depending on that, you need to clean up any one of them. Huh? So I will delete this one. So I will delete this. And here I need to delete this one also. Only one is enough. Huh? Right. Now you see it will give you these options. Huh? This is I will put a simple header for this. So class name as margin y2 and this have a label. This is class what form label, font weight bold and the text is ratings. Huh? And you can see that is ratings. So this div will have a class margin top 3 or 4, some gap will come. The left panel is ready, right? So the left panel is ready. And now in the right side panel, we want to show all products. Huh? And in left side panel also here you see. So in the left side panel also here, I want all the categories that website is having because we need to bring data from them and show that. Huh? So right side, first we will plan all the data, all the products we will bring and show here. Let's write the logic now. So let's go to our fake store and put data. So constant data is what? Products. What it is? Set products. Use state. I am expecting an array of object. Every object have an ID. ID is a number, so you can put 0. It is having a title string null. Price is a number 0. And description. Description is null. Category. Category also null. What a image. Image is also rating. Rating is an object. It have rate 0 and count as 0. This is the data I given to you. Huh? Now I need to write a function called load products. Now this one have to load the products. But remember, loading products we will plan for future. That means it will be used for several situations. Several situations means what is load products will load while filtering, sorting, searching. Am I right? That means it has to load so many times, but every time not the same data. Understood? So how you will design a function so that it can change the data every time. Then what you can do, you can make it parameterized URL. Am I right? That means whenever I call load products, I will pass a URL. It should load only that. Am I right? So filtering, searching, every time we will change the URL. Initially, it should load all. Na? Whatever comes from URL, we have to load. How to get the data from this URL and load? I can use Axios. Axios dot which method? Get. What is the URL? HTTPS colon, what is it? fakestoreapi.com slash what? Products. This will return all the data. We have a then. Yesterday we learned syntax, na? It will get what? Response. This will be set products. What is to set? Response dot data. That is ready. Now when to call these load products at the time of mounting? Use effect. Am I right? So use effect here at the time of mounting, we have to call, what is it? Load products. And remember, this is not actually the standard URL. This uses URL. Am I right? Understood? Huh? That means whenever you call load products, you will collect the URL and use it. And what is that URL? While calling, we have to pass na? Right, in use effect, when I am calling load products, this function is expecting parameter. Am I right? And what is the parameter? All products parameter. Am I right? That means this URL will be passed into this. It will get all the products and store in these products. Now we need to print the products below. Here we want to print the products in a card style. That means here we need to access all the products and print in card style. You have seen 4 into 4, right? We have to print in a card style. Let's see how to print that. So we have to use, what is the collection? Products dot map, read every product. Now for every product, we need to create a card. So we have to create a div, and this div will have a key. In the key, we have product ID, and it will behave like a card. I will give card, and I will give here the margin 2, padding 2. Just margin and padding I am giving. And card width W, how much? 25. Width 25 I am giving. Okay. Now this card will be displayed for every product. So at the top, I will add image here. So what is the image URL? Image URL, image SRC na? SRC will dynamically come from product.image. So I will put a class called card image top, and I will keep height as suppose 100 pixel. That means card image is at the top. Usually card have 3 sections. We have a card what? Header. In the header, I want to display product title. I will use product dot what? Title. And we will have div. Here I want card body. Card body. And in the card body, I want to display the price and rating. Only few details we want. Price and rating we want. We will put a data list, data term. What is it? Price. Data definition. Here we will put here. What is it? Product dot what? Price. And here we want rating. So data definition. Here we will have a product dot rating dot what? Rate. And we will put some symbol by using a span. By using span class BI. So star fill and the text success. I'm just using it. Okay. Now we have a card footer. Card footer. In the card footer, we will add a button called add to cart. So we will put a button class btn, suppose warning, and we have a bi cart 4, and we will use the text add to cart, and I will give W100 with 100. And observe carefully, all these cards are in the main area. For this main area, I am giving deflex and flex wrap. These are all bootstrap options. It should get the data and show. So it is the data coming from their website. These are all the products they have in this website. That means we are fetching the data and we are displaying the data. Now we have so much work here. We need to add lot of things and lot of functionality also, right? See here, we are bringing the data and displaying here, but we need some styling. So here, some basic rules of styling we have to learn. I will tell you the point here. How to set the styles. So here, style binding in React. This is one basic thing you should learn while designing UI. Actually, if you want to apply styles, inline, if you want to write styles, generally, how do you write? In HTML, you just use a style na. But in React, what we have to do is, so you can configure inline styles, to any JSX element. You can configure inline styles to any JSX element using style property. Style will accept dynamic object. Style will accept dynamic object. That means you have to write like this: div style is equal to, you need to put like this. In that, you need to put an object. So what is the outer block? So outer block is React binding. Am I right? And inner block is object for style. It is an object for style. Now, how to write styles here is, generally, how do we write the styles in our React is, style have property and value. Style have property and value. Style have property and value. And here the key point is, style properties are defined. Style properties are defined in camel case. They are defined in camel case. Style values are defined in string format. Style values are defined in string format. Actually, in your general CSS, you have background color. Am I right? You can't write like this here. In React, we have to write background color. Understood? Camel case. For example, this is how we need to write side by side, just difference I will show you. Actually, in general, style is this, and in React is this. Generally, in general, we have text align. Am I right? Here, how do we write text align? Understood? Generally, you have font size. Here, you have to write font size. Like this, you need to put the styles. You have to write the styles in this way. So how do we write is, syntactically, we have to write like this. Style is equal to, in that we need to put another object. background color is red. The color name, color value must be in a string form, comma color. It is in a so white like this. We have to put multiple values are separated with what, comma. This is in your React. Generally, I will show you comparison with your HTML. In your HTML, when you write styles like this, you generally write like this. Div style is equal to background hyphen color is what, red colon red semicolon color is white. Am I right? But in React, we should not write like this. It will not accept also. In React, the styles are defined in an object form. And it is a key and value, and key is always camel case and value is string. If you give 100 pixel, 200 pixel, that also you have to write like a string. You need to put in a string form. If you want to display, then you have to configure in a string. So why you need this? Because regularly everything we can't apply with classes. So many inline styles we need to write. And see now, I will go to this design. These cards, what I will do is, I will go to the design. Where is this card? Yeah, here I will write a style, and style is an object. In that again, style is a binding dynamic value. It is an object. In that we want what? Width. Width is suppose 200 pixel. Then you can see it looks like this. Then I will use W25, will remove it. And you can see it is going to apply like this. Am I right? One more is the height of this card header also should be uniform. Then card header, for this we have to write what? Style, and it needs an height and 120 pixels. So uniform height will be there. And one more is this main area. This main area also will have a style, height as object. Here we have height as 500 pixel, and anything outside 500 pixel will overflow auto. Then it will make this in this way so that we can only scroll and watch. Now what you can see is the header is fixed and left panel is fixed. Only this content can be scrolled. Am I right? That is done by using height and overflow. When you set overflow auto, automatically it will allow. So that means always the header must be fixed, and left panel also should be fixed, right? And we need to get that and show. One more thing we have to do here, categories we need to load now. We need to load categories. Let's load the categories. So to load categories, I need one more variable, constant, one more state. What is it? Categories. Categories is equal, and set categories is equal to use state. It is an array. I will just keep it empty array. And now we will write another function. So function load what? Categories. It should fetch the categories and load. So I will use axios dot what? Get. What is the URL? https colon fake store api.com/products slash what? Categories. It is returning all the categories. Then get the response and put that set categories into that response dot data. Now categories should load along with load products, load categories also. Where to display categories? Categories must be displayed in the left panel nav bar in this drop down. So here we will put a binding expression. What we have to do? Categories dot map. Read every category. For every category, I need to create option text should be category. Option key also should be category. Category. One more is option value also will be category. And why? Because I will show you here. I will show all the categories must be loaded and displayed here. So this is the category. It is there already. Load categories. Why you need URL? You don't need URL. Category spelling wrong. Categories. Fine. You can see it will get the categories and display. It will load the categories here. And see, by default, the categories they have, it is showing they start with electronics. I don't want like that. First one should be all. Then what we will do is this response is an array. That array is having by default starting as electronics, but I want to add one more in the beginning. How to add a new item into array? You can use push, but push will add as last item. You can use unshift. Unshift will add as first at any location if you want. Splice. By using splice, you can add at any place. Currently, we want to add at first position. So response dot data is an array. Into that array, we will use what? Unshift, and we will put one. What is it? All. And you can see that it is going to add that all before it is loading into it. It will first will be all. And I want these as uppercase letters. Where is it? So here we want the text as uppercase dot to uppercase. It will convert to uppercase, but the submission will be lowercase. When we submit, it will submit the original, but when it shows, it will show in uppercase. And you can see it is going to do that. Now in the preview, when you saw, they given all these categories as checkboxes. Can you design that? Already I showed you. So suppose roughly I will put here one more here just to show you. Actually, I will copy this one. Okay. I will paste that again. Again category. I will put here choose categories. Choose categories I am giving. Categories. Okay. And here I don't want a drop down. So I given choose categories option there. I want checkboxes for everyone. Then how do you create a checkbox for everyone? So here we will create an UL. UL is an unordered list. We will put class list unstyled. Unstyled, and here we need to read all the categories. Same categories dot map, read every category. For every category, create a li. In li you put a input type as what? Checkbox. Checkbox you keep, and beside the checkbox we have a label. In the label we will display. Make sure that this item have a key. Key is what? Category. Okay na? Yes. Little bit class. I will give margin white 2. That means some gap between all the checkboxes. And this also should be displayed in uppercase. We will use 2 uppercase. Uppercase. Then it is going to display in uppercase. Font size a little bit. Font size as suppose 6 or 7. A smaller font size for them. This is for label. So we will use little bit font size for this. List item, we will keep a style. So font size, and I will give some 10 pixel. That means the letter size will be smaller. So 12 or 13 pixel, that will be better. Huh? That's how the design is. And remember, this information we are getting from our API and we are displaying the data. So we are accessing and displaying the data from API. Now, what is our job is we need to make it work. That means when user clicks add to cart, that item should be added into cart and display here. Right? I must able to select a category jewelry, only jewelry will come. That means we need to make it work. And to make it work, we need to understand two-way binding. That means till now you learned only one way. Data comes from source and display in UI. Any change in UI, it should update back into the source. We should able to do that. And for that, we need to know a concept of events. Because obviously, when I select anything, click anything, action should be performed means we do by using events. Na? So we have to do that by using events. That we'll see in next session. Tomorrow we'll do that. This entire code I will give. You have to try this. Huh? Yeah.